at us a little bit. I'm sorry, y'all. My optics are like, there we go. Are we? Yeah, we're centered. They weren't so centered before. Welcome to a moment of harmony at our regularly scheduled day and time. If you are here with us live of Saturday mornings at 10, I always like when we get it in when we're supposed to. It just feels right, you know? So I feel like I'm way too close. Hold on. Let me try to back up. You know what I'm saying? Everybody trying to, you don't want me in your face. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am so excited. We are in meiotic moments. We have come through a number of moments, affirmation moments, a matter of moments, a matter of moments, affirmation, declaration. We recently came out of, what was the latest one? Reflection. We did reflection moments before we got into here. We magnified moments. We had a praise break. Listen, it's been a journey. I'm so grateful and so excited about the journey of the umbrella of a moment of harmony and all of the stops on this journey, all of the courses, all of the places we've been able to go with it. We have arrived at one of my most favorite places in this entire journey, which is meiotic moments. We have been going through the 42 laws of my we are at week number 3. We're at law number 3. And it has been super. Is it 3? Yes, we're at number 3 today. We're at week number 3 of our meiotic moments, law number 3 of our meiotic moments. And I have just been elated to go through this. This has been one of those, what is it, like vocational goals for me, one of those vocational milestones for me, the meiotic moments. We've been working on our character. We've been understanding, underlining the great and beautiful component of how much our character means to our healing and our development. How when we are better, we will be better. How we talked about last week, how the it is our ways that is damaging our days. It's our ways that are damaging our days. And just being able to be better inside of character, calling all character, calling all character. This is what we're doing with meiotic moments. We're calling our character to the forefront. We're calling our character to the table. And we're just looking at ourselves to see like, hey, I know that I want better. I know I want to be better. I want to witness better. I want to experience better. And is my character in alignment with my healing goals? Have I put it as a necessary ingredient and component as my betterment piece? Am I connected to individuals whose character is a vital component to their healing and growing goals? We've been moving all of that in that direction, and it has been extraordinary, even only in the 3rd week. This week, our law that we're focusing on today, today's session is entitled, I Have Not Stolen. I have not stolen. And I am so, so excited. Good morning, beautiful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's the bestie. I have not stolen. And again, just like every law that has come into place, our ancestors were brilliant. They were extraordinary. They were pioneers and creators of civilization. So why, as we're not trying to grow and become better, do we not sankofa ourselves in such a way? What worked, what didn't work? What was the principle? What was the idea? It's, I mean, so important to go back to the foundation as you're growing, going to the root as you're coming out of the soil. All of these things are so, thank you all so much. All of these things are all so very, very important. So, I want us to be able to get into that today. Again, calling all characters, looking into our character, looking into another vital component, piece of our growing and our development. The chat is going off today. I want to say welcome all of you to a moment of harmony. Thank you for bringing your beautiful and encouraging energy to the platform. I am just always elated and excited. Even the besties on the line, and she knows, like, but when we're in person, I'm just like, it was so many people on today. So I'm just so always excited to grow and build, have positive energy, create beauty with beautiful people. You all are beautiful. You all are wonderful. And thank you for being here. Thank you for those that watch me on the playback. Y'all know I'm with you too. Y'all the homie too. Those that watch me when they're at work and on their way to work, cooking, cleaning, doing things. It's all love. And that's the best part of sharing your light with others, is that it's all love. Have you ever been anywhere where it's all love? I say that all the time, and I mean that all the time. Literally, in any environment that I'm in, it is all love. Whether it's boundaries and love of myself, whether it is a uniting in love of all and collectivity, love of progress, but it is all love. Everything be done in love, everything be spoken in love, everything be actualized and created in love. Thank you for being a part of my love. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, I have not stolen. I'm so excited to get into this today. I am so excited to get into this today because when you look at the 42 laws, and again, I'm going for the 42 laws of Maya, and I know that everyone subscribes to all different types of theologies and spiritual practices. Again, these are spiritual systems for behavior rectification, for spiritual alignment, for highness. So this is for anyone from any walk of life, from any school of thought that wants to operate in the higher level of vibration. That is the direction and the foundation that I'll be pulling from today. That will be my goal and that will be my operation. So I don't know who else you listening to. I don't know where else you go. Much love to you and to them. Here on A Moment of Harmony, it is all love. It is all love all the time. So we're coming from love. We're growing to love. We're living in love. I have not stolen. A lot of times, like I said, when we listen to laws and rules and commandments, we don't always practically associate them to our personal development and growth. We don't always properly assess them with the reality that we're looking at, that we're trying to change, that we're trying to transform, that we're trying to grow. And so we miss so much in the lesson. Laws, rules, commandments, all of these things are normally, all of these things are lessons. All of these things are looking into lessons, moving through lessons, and it's not easy to get out of it what is necessary when you don't see yourself in it. So let me put that in a moment, a harmony original. It's not easy to get out of it what you don't see yourself in. Okay? Whatever parts of you that you are like, I want to grow, I want to change, I want to understand, but you look at something and you don't resonate with it, you won't pull understanding out of it. You won't pull growth out of it. You won't pull life out of it. You won't pull a lesson out of it. I want us to move today in a way that we're going to look into things to where you are such a student of life. You are such a student of life, such a product of divinity, that there is not one thing in this life that you can't grow out of. That there is not one thing in this life that you won't see yourself out of. Peace. That there is not one thing in this life that you can't resonate and grow into a better being. I don't care if you're peeling a banana. I want you to be so divine and so in tune with the growth and the love of every single day that you find meaning, that you find joy, that you find a lesson, that you hear God in the process and the brain work of pulling a banana. You know what I'm saying? So whatever listen, I'm being a little bit facetious, but what I'm saying, I don't want you to have any experience in this life that God is not a part of. Any experience in this life that you can't grow and become your higher level of self, highest level of operation. That's the whole goal. And I don't ever want you to have a space where that's not there. So let's get into today. I have not stolen. I'm going to get comfortable. Y'all know when I start getting into my talking, I got to put my feet up. Got to get into my stance because I got to get in. So why when we say I have not stolen, and always I'm always going to remind you that when it comes to these laws of Mayat, when it comes to ammunitions, it is saying them at the beginning of the day, a predetermination, a pre-affirmation, a declaration at the start of the day that I will not steal. And then at the end of the day, it is a confirmation, it is an ashe on the end of your day that I have not stolen. I am making a promise to myself. I have kept this promise to myself. And this again, entails or alludes to the difficulty, the commitment, the loyalty, the focus, the discipline of correcting character. It's not something you do haphazardly. It's not something you do mindlessly. And in a society like ours, it's barely even second nature. So I want us to keep in that mind that I made a promise to myself. I kept a promise to myself as we move through these 42 laws of Maya. So I have not stolen. Why? So first let's talk about stealing, because there's going to be a lot of people, like I always talk about, that are going to be here, that are either live or going to do the playback, or going to watch this at some point in their journey and say, I don't steal. I haven't stolen one thing. I'm not a thief. This isn't for me. And I want you to wait a second. Pause for a second, get through the moment, and I promise the moment is going to get through you, okay? Get through the moment, and the moment is going to get through to you. So hold on. I have not stolen. Let's break down stealing. What is stealing? Stealing is to take something that does not belong to you. Plain and simple. I'm not saying going into a store. I'm not being specific about going into someone's home. I'm not even being specific as a part of standing next. I'm saying anything that does not belong to you and you take it, you have stolen. Anything that's not yours, that you have taken on for yourself, you have stolen it. And we want to get through this law of I have not stolen. We want to get to a righteous place within character of I don't take what does not belong to me. So we taking or stealing is taking something that doesn't belong to you. Now, why do people steal? Why do we take things that don't belong to us? Why would you do that? Some of us baffled. Why would you? It's not yours. You have so many things. You have so many blood. Why would you take something that doesn't belong to you? People 9 times out of 10, an individual or individuals will take something that doesn't belong to them because they lack the means to meet their own needs. They feel like they don't have what it takes to get what they need, so they'll take it from someone else. I don't have what it takes, and so I'm okay with taking. Follow me. If you are at that point where you lack the means to meet your needs, this is for everyone that says holier than thou, way too much, way too big for that. If you are at the place where you feel like I don't take things that don't belong to me. When you get to the point where you feel like I don't have the means. I don't have what it takes to get what I need. I don't have what it takes to get what I want. I can't make my desires. You're in a point, in a place in your life where you feel like you can't manifest. You can't magnetize. You can't create for yourself, for your life, for your reality. There are those of us that feel like healing is something we can't do. Elevating is something too difficult for us to obtain. We just don't have the patience. We just don't have the resources. We just don't have the foundations. We don't have the outlets. We don't have the support. And so we feel like it's just not going to be that possible for us. And so we start to take. Sometimes we take from others. Sometimes we take from ourselves. Listen, anything non-reciprocal is stealing. So if I come to you, if you've been in a place where you don't have enough to give what you're asking for, you have stolen. You don't have the means to meet your needs, and so you're going to take it from someone else. You haven't been in a position where you're willing to give as much as you get. Stealing. You haven't been in a position where you're willing to go, or you think that you're able to go where you need to go to get what you need. I can't manifest this. So I'll pretend stealing. I can't manifest this. So I'll perpetrate stealing. I cannot magnetize and bring to me. So I'll go to it. I'll trap it down. I'll hunt it down. Stealing. I cannot create. I cannot illuminate. I cannot speak and it be so. So I'll take what already is. I will settle. I'll take less. Net stealing. And that point, when you're taking less, you're stealing from yourself. You're stealing from your destiny. I have not stolen. We take things that don't belong to us because we don't believe we have the means to provide our needs. We don't think that it has been invested in us, instilled in us. We don't believe that we've been endowed. And so we take time, we procrastinate. We take less, we settle. We take breaks, multiple breaks, we slow down, right? We stagnate. We take on excuses and burdens taken. You're taking things that don't belong to you. You're stealing from yourself. When the Christians go into church, often they'll say, will a man rob God? Will a woman rob God? And the people in the church always, no, no, no. And a lot of times they're talking about tithes and offering. They're talking about, will you come and get a word without giving something back? And the way I want us to look at that today is, well, yes, no, we don't want to be in a position where we can take from light, right? Because taking from light and not giving back is being a component of darkness. So if you take light, you're going to dim. It's going to be dimmer unless you're going to bring light. So, and the only way for me to come and get love from you, the only way for me to come and get life from you, the only way for me to come and get experience from you, wisdom from you, connection from you, is for me to be willing to bring what of that I have within myself, willingness and in thanksgiving to the table. Otherwise, I am taking. Will you rob your fellow humans? Will you rob your fellow beings of their beingness? Would a woman rob a man? Would a man rob a woman? Would a man and a woman rob a child? Would a family rob a community? I want us to think in that regard. Will you take more than you give? And will you settle for less than you deserve? Are you stealing? Are you out here stealing, again, joy, stealing time, stealing resources? Are you taking things that you have not earned, nor do you deserve, and they are not rightfully yours? Stealing. I have not stolen. I have not taken one thing that doesn't belong to me. And when I want to go, what I want us to take most out of I have not stolen is I want us to be able to say at the end of the day, I have only exchanged. I have only exchanged in every encounter that I've been. I'm talking Maya. I'm talking balance. I'm talking divinity. In any encounter, I don't care if I was at the grocery store and the woman was scanning my items and putting them into the bag. In this encounter, did I exchange peace and blessings? How was your day, beloved? I hope you have a wonderful day. She might say, I'm good. She might say, last night was a rough night. I have a newborn and I was up all night. Listen, I want to do more than to come here and take. I want to do more than to be here taking. I want a life that involves more of me taking for my gain and more of me exchanging for my greatness. Hey, DJ, run that back. I would like to do more of me, or let's say, I would like an existence that is less of me taking for my gain and more of me exchanging for my greatness. I have not stolen. Ashe. I have not stolen. Every encounter was an exchange. Every meeting was an exchange. Every deal, every bargain, every single thing I was a part of today. As a creatist, as one with the Creator, as Ji and Yame, every single thing I was a part of today was an exchange, building your character. I exchanged love and truth. I exchanged balance and forgiveness. I exchanged greatness and joy. I exchanged balance and transparency. I gave as much as I got, and that for everything I got, I earned and deserved. I didn't take one thing that didn't belong to me. I didn't take one thing that wasn't promised to me. I didn't take one thing that wasn't destined to me. I believed I could manifest. I believed I could magnetize. I believed I could create. And when I went out, anything that came to me, I draw to me, it drew to me, and it was mine. Because I worked and I believed and I was and it was. I did not steal. Okay. Here's the downside, because there's a lot of people, because they're like, I don't take, yes, you want to take attention from someone else. You're being envious and gloating over someone else's likes or someone else's career, someone else's mate or their family, their children, their body type. Listen, when you go into a space and you're taking someone apart so that you can feel whole, you can feel better, you can have something to look forward to, you are stealing, you're taking something that doesn't belong to you. I want to be talking like this person. I'm not saying we can't motivate each other. We always are going to do that. Human nature is predicated upon the development by our abilities to create patterns and compare. This is normal. It is the dysfunction of it when we fill it up with low vibrational motives. When our motives are low vibrational, that's when we take a God-given ability and gift and talent of survival and we turn it into being low vibrational. We turn it into being aesthetic. And that is when, again, you take a God-given gift to hurt or hold and you destroy your own lift. You block your own lift. Wrongfully use your gifts and you'll block your own lift. Okay? You have the gift of analyzation. You have the gift of observation. You have those gifts. Use them for the greatness of your good. But if you're just out here taking in, consuming the world around you, you just grabbing bits and pieces of it to see what of it you can use, to see what of it can make you look away, feel away, instead of seeing what of it you can become, seeing what of it you can contribute to, seeing what you can add from the greatness of yourself. Anytime you're coming out into the world empty, my beautiful queen, my beloved king, anytime you walk out of your door empty and you come back with something, stealing, because you didn't have anything to offer. So you took something. You had to. What'd you give for that? What did you give for that? What did you give for that hope? What did you give for that restoration? What did you give for that joy? What did you give for that motivation? I would guarantee that if you walked out empty, I mean, walked out without your sense of self, walked out without your purpose and your mission, walked out without your confidence and your understanding, your oneness with Creator, but you came back feeling like something, you probably got something that don't belong to you, because I don't know that that was an exchange. I don't know that that was exchange. And I mean, you went out and you got drunk, or you went out and you got high, or you went out and you slept with someone sexy or fine, or you went out and, you overate at the restaurant, you overspent at the casino. You went out and you did something to get and feel something. Stealing. Will you rob from yourself? Will you take from your destiny? Will you take from your purpose? This is what happens when we take things that don't belong to us. When you take things that don't belong to you, you get things that don't belong to you. I'm going to say that again. When you take things that don't belong to you, you get things that don't belong to you. You will find yourself sitting here saying, how did I get here? How is this my lot? How is this my portion? How did I get here? Why am I in this predicament? Why am I in this situation? I can't deal with this. I don't want to deal with this. And it was because you were taking part in things that weren't yours. There were things that didn't belong to you. And once you realized that they weren't, you did not bring mayat. You didn't bring balance. You stayed in it. You played with it, and it wasn't yours. How did I get here? You took things that didn't belong to you. Now you got things that don't belong to you, things that are too heavy, things that you aren't equipped for, things that you can't hold on to, things that are overwhelming you, drowning you, burying you, didn't belong to you. Meaning that you were in that situation and you knew that that wasn't your husband. I'm not talking about adultery. I ain't talking about cheating. I'm talking about I spent time and I realized it wasn't my blessing. You got in a situation and you knew that wasn't your business. It wasn't your lane, but you stayed in it and you played in it. People bought you their drama. People bought you their horror stories. You people pleased. You bent over backwards. It's not yours. And so you stole time. You stole a mission. You stole a season. You wasn't even supposed to be in a season. You took something that didn't belong to you. Now you're stuck with some things that don't belong to you. Some of us are holding on to the patterns and the dysfunction and the stories of our parents, of our ancestors, of our family, of our lineages. We got generational curses on us that we've adopted, that we've accepted, that we've subscribed to. It's not yours. I don't know who needs to hear it today, who needs to get some validation and confirmation to put it down and put it back because it's not yours. And now you're sitting here dealing with more things that don't belong to you. You can't sleep at night because it doesn't belong to you. You can't rest because it doesn't belong to you. You can't shake this vice because you are holding things that don't belong to you. Shame, guilt, pain, hurt, frustration. It's not yours. You're stealing. Will a woman rob herself, like the church says? Will a man rob God? Will a woman rob herself? Will a man rob himself? Will society rob the children? You got things that don't belong to you. You got things that don't belong to you. We know that our ancestors, y'all know I like my metaphors and my analogies, so I'm going to give us some perspective. Our ancestors were stolen. Those of us of African descent, our ancestors were stolen from their homeland, from their way of life, from their culture, from their language, from their existence, and they were taken over to a new way of living, a new way of being, a less vibrational, a lower vibrational existence. They were stolen. The people that stole them, the energy that stole them, the organization, the system that stole and broke them, now is one of the most chaotic places of life. A lot of times we want to gloat that America is, the biggest, baddest place on the world. But when it comes to spirit and it comes to morality, it is of the lowest, right? It is of the lowest. I'm talking about those of us coming from a God's eye view. America is one of the lowest places to be when it comes to spiritual growth and development. Can you come here and make a million? Yes. But can you come here and make a saint? Probably not. Not too easy. Not too easy, right? So our ancestors were taken. People of spirit, people of melanin, people of the sun, people of nature, people of God, they were taken to a place and put into a low vibration, a godless experience. Follow me. They took something bigger than what they thought they were taking, or what they even knew. They took something that didn't belong to them and brought them to a place that wasn't equipped for them. When you take things that don't belong to you, you get things that don't belong to you. The reason that we live in a extremely unmoralistic place, an extreme place of deprivation, an extreme place of homelessness, suicide, disease, murder. I mean, the reason that our numbers are higher in some of the most heinous realities, I mean, everywhere, is just obesity high and depression high and suicide and drug usage and sex trafficking. I mean, America is jumping. I'm not saying no one else doesn't have a problem. Please don't come at me. Calm down. I'm not saying that there isn't destruction and chaos and war going on all over the world. I'm talking specifically about America taking to gain, and now being in a place where people can't even, a woman can't even be taken care of if she was to have something as natural as a baby. A person can't have a home if they don't make a certain type of figure. I'm saying that being low in moralistic value. And the reason that it is because this place was unequipped for oppression, which is what they use to get, but they cannot use that to gain. When we talk, the things that we witness that are acceptable here, the things that we witness that are the norm here. Listen, I have children, they have devices, and I can't believe with my eyes the things that are seen, the things that are heard, and the things that are done today. And this place is only getting lower in vibration. How can you steal a people of creation, bring them to your space, and only get lower in vibration? And it is because you took things that did it, things you weren't equipped for. You took things you weren't ready for. And so now everything is so fear-based. Everything is so intimidation-based. Everything is so aggressive and so invasive. Because when you take things that don't belong to you, you get things that don't belong to you. And I'm saying that is on a more of a global climatic level. But I'm saying even here with us, those of us that say, okay, we get it. They took us, but they couldn't handle it. And now there's so many people. I hear people all the time, America is cursed. I live in Baltimore right now, and Baltimore is cursed. And I think that what happens, and why all these murders, Chicago and New York and Baltimore, and can't walk anywhere, and children right here in the city. And I live in a really nice little section of the city. Praise, give thanks, right? Took me a lot of work to get there. But even in my nice little section, I've seen two little boys get jumped. One little boy ran to our house the other day. One of my son's friends, he ran in the house to hide out from being jumped. He was bumped and bruised, and he had wet himself. He was so afraid of what the people that jumped out. They jumped out of a van and jumped him. 11 years old. I'm saying, in what world is this normal? In what world do we feel like this is okay? If you've ever taken the time to walk through a city school, big ups to city school teachers and administrators and everyone that stays in there to do the work. But if you've ever walked through, especially a high school on a regular day, you won't believe your eyes. In what world, in what climate, they can't handle. They can't handle They weren't equipped for the oppression that they put on. Now there's this big frenzy. If you live here in the DMV, I know some of you are all over the world, like, what are you talking about? But if you're in the DMV area, especially in Baltimore, there's this major frenzy going on about, Fells Point feeling unsafe, feeling uncomfortable. How Fells Point this is an area in our city that is predominantly made up of another class, income bracket, cultural, ethnicity group, or culturally ethnic group, another culture of individuals, and they felt like they had carved a space out in the city that was booming and bustling for them to take part of the city. And now there's an outrage because there's been an enormous amount of crime and destruction, and they're afraid to be in their own homes, and they can't believe that they turned this area into what they did, and look what's happening now. You take things that don't belong to you, and you'll get things that don't belong to you. You'll get things that might not have been a part of your plan had you been a part of God's plan. You get things that weren't a part of your plan had you been a part of God's plan, had you stuck to the plan of the Most High. Now you got some things in your life that are the most low. And why? And why? I have not stolen. I have not taken things that don't belong to me. So how do we avoid that? How do we get out of being out of a space that say, you know what, I didn't know that if I was envious of someone else, if I was lusting after something else, if I was loathing and self-pity, if I was, if I was in low vibration about getting or gaining something, that I was stealing it. I wasn't manifesting it. I wasn't magnetizing. I wasn't pulling it to myself. I wasn't creating a space and an environment for it. I was grabbing. I was pouting. Right? I was doing all types of things to get what I need, everything except for letting it be. Everything except for letting it be mine. I was making it be mine, and I was stealing. How do I avoid that? How do we get around that? How do we move away from that? Do you remember in kindergarten how you could tell if something was yours? Do you remember in kindergarten and preschool how when your parents sent you with something, you knew that it was yours amongst everyone else? You knew where your desk was, and you knew where your cubby was, and you knew where your lunch pass was, because how did we know? It had your name on it. It had your name on it. I want us to get to a place today, beloved, where we walk through a life that we don't want nothing that don't have our names on it. I don't want no parts of it if it don't have my name on it. I don't want the job that doesn't have my name on it. I don't want the marriage or the relationship that doesn't have my name on it. I don't want the family. I don't want the idea system. I don't even want the diet that doesn't have my name on it. It wasn't ordained by me. The Creator didn't send it to me. It doesn't belong to me. And what I mean by that is we get to a place where we want it all. I want us to be more cognizant of when we say, I have not stolen time from myself. I haven't stolen hope from myself. I haven't stolen accountability from someone else. Biting off things that don't belong to me. Owning up the things that, come on, I haven't stolen. The way that I want to be able to say that is, it's not that I want it all, because it all doesn't belong to me. Because we will say that often. I want it all. I want the house. I want the kids. I want the money. I want the fame. I want the success. I want it all. Let's tailor that. I want my all. I want my all. And I'll know if it's my all if I've given it my all. I know if it's my journey, if it's my mission, if it's my business, if it's my motivation, if it's my next step. You feel it within yourself. This belongs to me. It has my name on it. When you walked in the classroom, you recognized your name. You couldn't read well. Some of you couldn't read well. Some of us, let me say that, some of us couldn't read well yet. And we probably couldn't read everybody else's name. But guess whose name we knew? We went in knowing. I know about that Harmonie. I don't know about all them other names. I can't really put all that together. And Tyona, I don't know all that. I know my name. I want you to get to a point within yourself that you know your name. You recognize yourself in life. You know yourself. You love yourself. You spend time with yourself. You healed yourself and your character enough that you know your name when you see it. I don't want to rob myself of time. I don't want to steal the lessons of others. Let me get up in my own journey. Let me just say that doesn't listen. How many times have you had to tell someone that does not belong to me? I have not stolen. That what you're trying to put on me, that all of your projection, all of your pain, all of your anxiety will sit there with someone or in a circumstance and will be a part of it. We'll sit right there and we'll suffer right there. We'll suffer with someone else's lesson. We'll suffer with someone. I don't want it all. I want my all. Only the Creator knows what I was created for. Only the Creator knows the amount of children I was supposed to have. Only the Creator knows how, many love lessons I need to get where I need to go. Only the Creator knows what professions and careers are going to grow me and give me skill and certify me. I want my all. I don't want to take your time. I don't want to take your title. I don't want your mission. I don't want to take your story. I don't need to look like your life. I want my all. My all is customized and tailored to me, has my name on it. And I know when you're trying to take my all, because it's custom. First off, you ain't going to be able to fit it. Second off, if you get it on, it's got my name on the back of it. It's custom. Customize your life in truth. Customize your life in honesty. Customize your life in focus and devotion to the Most High. Customize your life in high vibration, and see, won't you need to steal from anyone else, nor will anyone be able to steal from you. I want the life that has my name on it. Oh, and I know my name. That's the part. I might not know your name. I might not remember what you're called. But I know my name. And I know when I see a man that's got harmony written all over him. Yeah. I know when I see the house that has harmony written all over it. I know when I see the next big idea that has harmony written all over it. I know when I see the next vibration or the next moment or the next mission, my next step, my next try, my next goal, my next accomplishment. It has harmony. I don't want yours. Not trying to take it. Big ups to you. I believe I have the means to meet my needs. I have no desire to steal. I only exchange, and therefore I can keep the promise I made to myself. I only exchange, and therefore I can keep the promise. At the start of my day, I said I wouldn't take things that wouldn't belong to me. Keep that for yourself. Keep that over there. I said I won't take things that don't belong to me. I'm not about to start self-doubting. I'm not going to bring things into my life that don't belong, things that don't fit. I don't want anything that doesn't belong to me. I don't want to sit up at the end of the day with a room full of feelings that aren't mine. How'd you get here? I don't want to take what doesn't belong to me. I have the means to meet my needs. Therefore, I don't have to come take your story or your sorrow. I don't need to take your joy. I don't need to take your hope. I don't need to come and take your direction. My life is, I'm learning and knowing and creating within myself enough to have a customized life, to put my name on the jersey. My husband got the jersey. You know what I'm saying? He got Harmony on the jersey. I don't gotta do all this. I don't need to do all that. I manifest. I don't need to do all that. I'm not desperate. I draw. I create. I bring to. I draw. I don't take. What I look like taking a goddess? I'm taking. I have the means. I know how to get what it is that I need. It's in me. I don't have to take nothing from you. It's in me to bring what belongs to me to fruition. Listen, when your character is right, when your spirit is supreme, when your direction is illuminated, when your purpose is assured, you are confident in searching. This is why I say get your character, don't steal. When those things are where they are, the job appears. The career appears. The next step, the answer appears. We always know and love that saying that says when the student is ready, the teacher appears. Listen, that works for everything. That works for everything. When the homeowner is ready, the home appears. When the wife is ready, the husband appears. When the mother is ready, the children appears. Come on now, divine melanated manifestors. Divine manifestors. I don't have to take. I can create. Be an individual. Be a being that understands that the power is invested in you. What I say, we only take because we think we can't get it. We think that we don't have the means ourselves. When boys are out here, give me your shoes, they don't have the money at home. They don't have the means. They don't think they can get the latest jacket. And I might be in the 90s, y'all forgive my age. They don't think they don't have the latest jacket or the latest bike or, let me come up to date, the newest phone. So they taking people's phones. They stealing because they don't have the means and they don't think they can get it. I don't want you out here living like that, boo. You don't take one thing because you can get it. You don't take one thing. You don't take no BS. You don't take no craziness. You don't take no, listen, you don't take no backseat. You don't take nothing because you can get exactly what has your name on. You can get it for yourself. Prayers to those people who feel like they can't. Ooh, I wouldn't want to be in that reality. What a living hell it must be to be in a space where nothing has your name on it, and the only thing you own is things that belong to other people. Not your blessing, not your lesson, not your direction, not your reassurance, not your revival, your renewal, not yours. You just sit up here living off somebody else's stuff. Don't be like that. You living off somebody else's stuff, meaning that the name brands of the material things that bring us joy, it's, you know what I'm saying? It's Louis Vuitton that brings you joy. That's somebody else's. Listen, your girl likes nice things. I'm not saying nothing about it. What I'm saying is it doesn't validate me and it doesn't make me who I am. And I won't steal confidence from someone else. I won't steal my value from someone else. I can rock whatever I'm rocking, but I'm always going to be who I am being. I am myself. And if you're sitting there empty and the name brand of something else is what's making you feel whole, stealing from yourself. What a miserable place. You don't have to do that. I don't want us to do that. Those of us that are grabbing a moment today, coming in for a moment today, I want you to say, I want what has my name on it. Tasha Cobb has one of my favorite songs, You Know My Name. She's talking about the creator. She's talking about the divine. She's saying, you know my name. I find, listen, y'all, I'm about to take this blazer off up in here. She's saying, I find solace in this life. I have hope in this life. I have assurance in what I'm doing, no matter how shaky, no matter how cloudy, no matter how confusing. I walk with my head up high because the Most High knows my name. You know who I am. What would be the significance of that? Why would it be so much of a great thing that the Creator knows who you are? That your ancestors recognize you, that your spirit guides know your name, first name only. Right? What is the significance? It is that you know who I am, so you'll give me what's mine. It'll be mine. When it comes to me, you didn't just come with a box full of charitable gifts and just handed them out. See, it was custom. You know me. That's that song why I love it so much. Creator, you know my name. Y'all don't want me singing up here. You know my name. Listen, one of my favorites. I will not be weary. I will not be downtrodden. I won't lose faith. I won't lose my footing. I won't lose my step because you know my name, which means you know how to spell it. So you'll know how to label it. And you'll know how to you're going to give it to me. Right? I don't want nothing that doesn't have my name on it. I won't take another thing. I won't even take another step if it's not true and authentic for my journey, for myself. I'll take nothing that don't belong to me. I come here only in a means of exchange. And I create and I manifest. I don't need to take what I can create. Come on now. I can draw him here. I can make them here. Master manifester. Master manifester. I give birth to kings. I'm sure you have. I am raising queens. I know you are. You have healed. You have rejuvenated, brought back from the dead. It is in you. It is in you. People have come to you at the bottom of themselves, and you have healed and made them better. Why would you need to take? Why would you need to take? You can create. You can raise. You can develop. I draw things. I don't take them. I am a magnet. I am an illuminator of highness. I don't ever need to take what doesn't belong to me. I have not stolen. Don't take it. Don't take somebody else's drama, somebody else's past. Don't take on any generational curses. That's not yours. You weren't there. You didn't make those choices. You know, children should be seen and not heard, and we're silent about our pain and our abuse. Why are you taking that? Why are you keeping that? Don't take that. That belongs to 1923. That's not yours. That belonged to your grandmother, your great grandmother. That mindset, that method, that way of doing it is not yours. I'm not about to sit up here and suffer in silence because somebody gave me that direction. You can keep that. It doesn't belong to me. It does not have my name on it. There is a blessing with your name on it. There is a better tomorrow with your name on it. There is a promise with your name on it. There is a breakthrough with your name on it. Go on. You don't got to take it. Just claim. You don't have to take it to claim. See, claiming is what's already yours. Taking doesn't belong. Claiming is what's already yours. Taking is what doesn't belong. You don't need to do them both. I love you all so much. I thank you so much for being a part of my meiotic moments. I love these meiotic moments, y'all. There's nothing I love more than talking about us developing and taking ourselves to the highest level of being. I swear, if humanity wakes up one day and we are closer to the supremacy of divinity and light, that would be like my whole life mission, my whole life's mission. So we're going to keep on doing that one moment at a time. I'll see you next week for another meiotic moment. I look forward to it. Don't you take nothing, give it back. Don't you give nothing that, or let nobody give anything to you. You keep on drawing your greatness. You keep on manifesting your vision. You keep on creating a space and a lane for yourself, because there is victory with your name on it. I love you all so much. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Take really good care of yourself this weekend, and go on out your way to take really good care of someone else. I love you all. See you next week for another meiotic moment with a moment of harmony.